Mr. Van Lega, the assistant principal of Bronxville Elementary. Mr. Van Lega, where'd you grow up and go to college?
First of all, hi Alex, how are you?
Good.
Great. So I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, in Coney Island. My parents still live in Coney Island till this day. And so I went to elementary school, PS 217. Middle school, I had to take 2 buses to get there. I'll never forget, and I had a bus pass. I remember the pass was in my wallet, and you had to show the bus driver. Before they had Metro cards. And that school was called Seth Lowe, was the name of the school. And then high school was Midwood High School. And I had to take a bus and a train to get there. Schools. I went to Concordia College, right down the road, before it changed over to Iona College.
Mr. Vaglica, when did you start working at Bronxville? What jobs have you had at the school?
It's a great question. I started working at Bronxville right after I graduated college in 2006. And I started here as a teacher aide. I was a teacher aide in all 3 schools, elementary, middle, and high school. I also was a leave replacement. Then I became a teacher, and now I moved into the role as assistant principal.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Since you became the assistant principal, what has been the best part of your job?
The best part of my job since becoming the assistant principal is going into all the classrooms, because as a teacher, the students come to your room and you just get to see them in that area. But going into all the other classrooms, I get to see all the other teachers and all the other students. And that's been the best part.
What is the hardest part about your job?
So far, the hardest part about my job is not seeing students every day. I saw a lot of students working in PE, and actually, the nice thing about the elementary PE curriculum, as you know, Hudson, is you get to have all 3 PE teachers, and all 3 PE teachers get to have all the students. So not having all those students every day has been something that's been hard for me, making the transition from a teacher to an administrator.
How many students are there in the elementary? And go by grade.
Go by grade. That's a good question. I think 5th grade has about 110. 4th grade is around the same. 4th grade is about around 104, 105. 3rd grade's the biggest. I think 3rd grade has about 122 or 123. I forget the exact number. 2nd grade has, I believe, 103. 1st grade has about 100, and so does kindergarten. So there's about 650 students total in elementary.
What is the BASS program and how long have you been involved with it?
So the BASS program, BASS stands for Bronxville After School Clubs, and BASS, starting this year, it runs after school from 3 to 4 o'clock. It runs every day, Monday through Friday. And I've been involved in the after school program since I started here in 2006 as an instructor, and I became one of the directors last year, earlier in the year.
How many students are involved in the BASS program?
It depends on the day. Some days we have more students than others, but on average we have about 200 to 250 students take part per day.
What is your favorite sport and tell us what you like about it?
Great question. First of all, Lucy, happy birthday.
Thank you.
I would say my favorite sport is baseball. Baseball is a sport I've played my whole life. I played numerous sports, but baseball is my favorite. It's one I played in college. My favorite part about baseball is that there's no time limit to the game. Other sports have time limit. Baseball is dictated by how the teams are doing and how they're playing.
What is your favorite baseball team?
It has to be the New York Yankees by far. Has and always been the New York Yankees.
And favorite Yankee?
Who's your favorite?
It's a good question. I would say Derek Jeter, my favorite Yankee of all time.
Do you have any children or pets? Please tell us about them.
So I have 2 children, no pets. My older son is 7. His name is Anthony. He's in 1st grade, and my younger son is Dominic. He's in preschool. He'll be in kindergarten next year. My older son, Anthony, really likes art and music. He also plays some sports, but he's more of an, I would say, artist and musician. And my younger son, Dominic, loves sports. He does basketball, baseball, and he really wants to do flag football, although he's too young.
Tell us one fun fact about yourself.
One fun fact about myself, I really like to read. Anytime I have free time, I like to read books. I like mystery books. And I like mystery books that the author fools me, so I don't know like who did it in the story, if that makes sense.
Also like red herring.
I do like red herring clues, very much so, yes.
Thank you for speaking with us today.
You're welcome, Lucas.
Dr. Kelly. Where did you grow up?
Hi, Lucas. I was born and raised in Poughkeepsie, New York, which is just north of here in Dutchess County.
Do you miss that place?
I do miss it, although I get to visit it every once in a while.
Hi, Dr. Kelly. Where did you go to school and where did you get your degree?
So it's nice to see you. I grew up in Poughkeepsie and went to public school there and graduated Spackenkill High School. And from there, I went to college at SUNY Binghamton. And after that, I earned 3 master's degrees and a PhD, all from Columbia University.
Where did you work before you came to Bronxville?
So I worked in New Rochelle Public Schools in their early childhood building, and I was a special education teacher there. And prior to that, I worked in a small private school in Westchester County as an assistant principal. And then I started in Bronxville in 1995.
What's something that was different in Bronxville in 1995?
Back in 1995, we had much smaller classes. We had graduating classes of only 69 students, and now we graduate classes that are 140, 130. So it was much smaller. And also back in 1995, we didn't have any special education classes. And so that's something I'm very proud of in the fall of 1996.
Dr. Kelly, tell us about your family.
So I am the only girl in my family growing up. I had 2 older brothers. That was a great position to be in. And then as a wife and a mother, we have 1 daughter who is currently 23 years old. She's already graduated college and she is in law school.
What law school?
Columbia's Law School.
Tell us one fun fact about yourself.
I have a few. Can I mention a few? Okay. I've always been a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. I celebrated my 30th wedding anniversary this past summer. And when I was in junior high, I played on the boys' basketball team because they didn't have a girls' team.
What is your favorite basketball team?
So given that Pittsburgh doesn't have a basketball team, I'd probably say the Knicks.
What's your favorite baseball team?
Of course, the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Thank you.